Hello and welcome back to this YouTube channel. Today, the focus is on Figma. In Figma, we'll explore how multiple artificial intelligence plugins can be utilized effectively. Figma is known as a UI/UX design tool. It's primarily used for creating the user interface of websites, also referred to as the front end. This tool supports both design and development processes. To begin, let's assume we're getting started with the free version. Login credentials are already available, so we'll proceed using them. Once loaded, the free plan allows the creation of up to 3 pages. However, since the aim here is to explore Figma's AI functionalities, an extensive number of screens won't be necessary. Now there's a prompt asking what type of access is required, whether it's for a website, a mobile app, or a desktop application. At this stage, we'll close that prompt since no presence will be used. Previously, everything had to be drawn manually from scratch, where multiple components needed to be manually added. This was quite a time-consuming process. But now, with the integration of artificial intelligence, this process has become much more efficient. By navigating to the Plugins and Widgets section, it's possible to access a wide range of AI tools. Simply typing AI in the search bar reveals several useful software options, such as Builder.io, UX Pilot, UI Faces, Icon Scout, and Removal.ai. These plugins are available as extensions that can be easily integrated. For instance, searching for Design AI brings up an option called AI Design Gen Prompt to Design Magic. This tool can be used right away. It enhances the design workflow using an AI-powered Figma plugin that generates fully editable UI components from plain English instructions. Once executed, the template option begins loading. To improve visibility, we slightly minimize the screen so everything is clearly displayed. Typically, the process involves navigating through different tools. For example, using ChatGPT to generate front-end code. Alternatively, there are various automated web coders available to write the code for us. In this case, we go directly to the AI design section. Here, we specify the design requirements and select a suitable palette. For instance, I selected a particular color palette, adjusted the corner radius, and chose a more refined font. Once the necessary adjustments are applied, a prompt field becomes available. In this prompt, I entered a detailed instruction, a clean, modern, and responsive website layout for a car-focused brand, highlighting simplicity and user experience. It includes a sleek, automotive-inspired color scheme, bold yet legible typography, and an intuitive navigation structure. Whatever was selected earlier can be seamlessly incorporated here. As shown, this is the first generation process, so it may take a moment. Once complete, the entire design is generated from scratch. Now the complete website layout is ready. This design includes significant context. For instance, the requirement was to feature vehicles, services, and promotions, and all those elements have been accurately included. If there's a need to modify the palette, it can easily be selected from the options. The color scheme can be revised as needed, and upon reviewing, this particular palette appears well suited for the current version, so it's applied accordingly. Similarly, if there's a preference for a different font, and it's available among the listed options, it can be updated directly. With just one click, the typography is refreshed. All these tools and options are extensively used throughout the design process. If we had to perform these tasks manually, such as changing just a single font or adding a bluish tone to the website, it would consume considerable time and effort. However, in this case, the design palette is simply selected and applied, streamlining the process. This allows for greater efficiency. The design is generated almost instantly with just one click. For example, if the current design is removed and only the main website layout is retained, it becomes easier to manage and adjust. Every component in this layout remains fully functional. Previously, when using AI to create content or websites, a major limitation was that the output often came in image format, making it non-editable. But now, if there's a need to convert or adjust any part of the design, it can be done directly and flexibly. If we want to change the content, for example, by replacing the text with Discover More Than Ever, it will immediately reflect the update in a functional way. Additionally, auto layout is already integrated. If only the word Discover is used, the button automatically resizes to fit the text. Similarly, if the phrase Get Started is replaced with a longer sentence, the button expands accordingly to accommodate it. This kind of flexibility provides enhanced functionality, making the tool highly efficient for practical use. Regarding the overall website layout, there are numerous plugins available to enhance the design. For instance, in the Images section, if we search Image AI, various tools appear, such as image generators, upscalers, and editors, all powered by AI. These tools can be used directly, offering additional efficiency in design workflows. Because if there's a need to integrate any external tool, whether it's ChatGPT, Sora, or another one used for generating videos or animations, it can become time-consuming. Instead, images can be created directly within this environment. In addition to image creation, modifications to the design are also possible. For instance, if there's a need to review or update a specific section, we can navigate directly to it and perform a content rewrite. This feature allows the website to automatically regenerate the selected content. The content generator enables selection of any text layer and creation of alternative versions. If a particular text layer is selected, it can be rewritten instantly. For example, when editing a section labeled as a review, relevant new content can be generated in just one click. Similarly, if the main call to action on the site needs to be revised, such as a headline or button label, it can be rewritten using this feature for quick, consistent updates. So we will just select it, then click on Generate Alternative Text. This will produce content aligned with the context, which is a useful option. It utilizes the existing structure to generate an appropriate replacement. If the newly generated text seems more suitable, we can simply use it. It gets directly included in the design. There are many plugins like this. Up to this point, the focus has been on text-related tools. If feedback on the website is needed, there's also an AI-based tool for that purpose. This tool is called Feedback Wizard AI. It can be directly integrated with the website and used to assess its performance. Since feedback often comes from multiple collaborators, this feature is highly practical. Anyone involved can leave comments directly on the design. For example, if we temporarily remove a section, someone can leave feedback saying something like, "These reviews look generic." That comment will then appear in the interface, and all feedback will be centralized and easily accessible. Whatever tool we use, we begin by selecting a frame. For example, if working on a website, we go to the first page and select it. Then we apply the UI components, which represent the user interface or focus on UX elements representing the user experience. Feedback can be collected for both aspects. Let's suppose we select the entire website. The tool will process the full design. This might take a moment. Once ready, we click Get Feedback. It will scan the website from start to finish, and after the scan, it generates feedback in the form of a review. This review provides actionable suggestions, allowing for meaningful iterations and improvements. Here, we've created a feedback form that supports continuous enhancement of the design. And if changes are needed after those iterations, they can easily be applied. The next focus is on images, how they are generated and integrated. There are many tools available for image creation, including Ponder AI. Once launched, it integrates seamlessly into the workflow. It provides a complete image kit that can be used directly. For instance, if we need to add a car image in a selected section, we simply type car. The tool will first pull stock images relevant to the keyword. Selecting a square format helps maintain layout consistency. Now you can see that various relevant images appear. Among them, we have both design-focused and sample images. If we choose one, let's say a specific car image, it will be loaded immediately into the design. And how this image will be used in the website, that will also be explained. Now, here's an image. The main point regarding this image is that this is the actual visual element. Any part of it can be utilized. Now, the next part of this is about how this image can be accessed in the Edit section. It can be stated that the goal is to remove the background. Various models are available here, which can be utilized. Simply clicking on Edit will initiate the process. At this point, the selected image is being processed. Meanwhile, additional images can be explored, and progress can continue. If a prompt is entered stating, "I want an image of a car with no background and a clear black design," it can be created as well. However, waiting for the background removal process is preferred because the editing here is highly precise and delivers output with just one click. And here it is visible that the image has been instantly processed. the background of the image has been successfully removed. Now, if this image needs to be placed into a website, it can be done instantly with just one click. Some framing adjustments may be necessary, and once reviewed, the image appears directly in the layout. Moving forward, only one tool has been utilized, which not only generated the image, but also removed its background. However, several other tools are also available. For example, by typing remove BG, another tool appears. It has already been fully integrated. The purpose of this tool is to automatically remove the background from any image with just one click using the remove.bg API. The API must be connected and then it can be applied accordingly. This demonstrates a basic web-based process. The next section will explore mobile applications or the related design parameters. Up to this point, only the primary interface options have been introduced. Because up until now, only the process of structuring a website has been explained. How to set it up, how to gather feedback, and how to obtain images has been covered. But in an actual case, if a website appears in this way, edits will be required. For example, there may be a need to change the buttons or to insert new images. If a background needs to be added behind some text, then how that can be managed will be explained next. Hope you like this video. Please do like and subscribe and press the bell icon for more such informative videos.